If someone handed you a blank book today and told you to write the story of your life up to this point, how long would it actually be? Take a second and be completely honest with yourself. Because if I sat down right now to write out my own 19 years on this earth, it wouldn't be an epic story. It wouldn't even fill a single chapter. It would be one short, completely ordinary paragraph. It would just say that I grew up, went to school, played video games, and let almost 2 decades slip by without doing a single thing of actual importance. It feels like I've spent my entire youth navigating my life on absolute autopilot, just drifting from one grade to the next while the clock quietly ran out in the background. If you're watching this and you are finishing up high school, or sitting in your room realizing that the safety net of childhood is officially tearing open, you know exactly how heavy this feels. You look back at all the times you chose comfort over risk, and you spend your nights fantasizing about what would have happened if you just had the guts to start. But the past is locked. You can't rewrite the first paragraph of your book, but you can decide exactly what happens on the next page. Here is what it actually looks like to wake up from the autopilot trap, face the regret of playing it safe, and finally start building a life that means something. Let's look at the illusion that the school system builds around us from the day we turn 5 years old. School is designed to create a completely artificial sense of progress. Every single September, you get a new set of classrooms, a new locker, a new timetable, and a new grade number. The system makes you feel like you are automatically moving forward in life just because you managed to survive another 12 months and pass a few exams. It gives you the comforting lie that as long as you show up and do what you are told, you are on the right track. But it's a conveyor belt. You aren't actually steering the ship, you are just a passenger on a pre-written route. The real panic hits when that conveyor belt stops. When high school comes to an end, the routine vanishes, and you are suddenly forced to step off the track. You look down at your hands and realize you haven't actually built anything of your own. You haven't developed any unique skills, you haven't started any independent projects, and you haven't taken a single real risk. You were just standard. You lived the most average life imaginable because the system rewarded you for being quiet and staying in line. You spent your prime teenage years doing exactly what everyone else was doing, and now you're staring at a blank slate with absolutely no idea how to actually create momentum on your own. When you live on autopilot, your biggest enemy isn't failure, it's the comfort zone. For a long time, I thought staying in my comfort zone was a smart way to protect myself. It keeps you safe from looking stupid in front of your classmates. It protects your ego from the embarrassment of trying something new and failing publicly. If you never try to start that channel, or build that business, or commit to that discipline, nobody can ever tell you that you weren't good enough. But looking back at those years now, you start to see the comfort zone for what it actually is. It didn't protect you from anything. It just robbed you of your time and left you with a mountain of unfulfilled potential. And that's where the toxic habit of fantasizing about the past comes from. You sit in your room late at night, staring at the ceiling, playing out alternate realities in your head. You think about what would have happened if you started working out 3 years ago. You wonder where you would be if you took that specific business idea seriously when it first crossed your mind, instead of pushing it off until next month. You replay those old scenarios over and over, living in a fake mental world where you actually had discipline just to escape the uncomfortable reality of the present moment. But that fantasy is just another coping mechanism. It's just another way to avoid looking at the fact that you are 19 years old, sitting on a bed with 0 metrics to your name. We need to stop pretending that we have infinite time. When you are 15 or 16, you feel like youth lasts forever. You think you have this massive buffer zone where your choices don't really matter yet. But then you wake up, high school is ending, and you realize that those 4 years went by in a flash. The realization that you cannot go back and change a single second of your past is a heavy weight to carry. It's a silent realization that hits you when you look at old photos or walk past your old school building. You realize that time is a finite resource and you've been spending it like it was completely free. But feeling bad about your lack of progress doesn't change your current coordinates. Spending the next year mourning the fact that you accomplished nothing in your teens is just going to lead to you being 20 years old with the exact same regret. The fact that your life story can currently be written in a single paragraph isn't a life sentence. It's just the starting line. The biggest mistake you can make right now is assuming that because you started late, you've already lost the game. The game hasn't even started yet. Your life up to this point was just the prologue, the part of the book where the character is ordinary, bored, and stuck. Every great story requires that baseline of frustration before the actual journey begins. So, how do we actually turn off the autopilot tonight? It starts by accepting total responsibility for the current state of your life. Stop blaming your school, stop blaming your environment, and stop blaming your past laziness. Acknowledge that you played it safe because it was easy, and accept that the version of you who lived on autopilot is officially dead. You don't need to make a massive, dramatic announcement to the world about how you are changing your life. You don't need to write a long post on social media or give a speech to your family. You just need to quietly sit down and pick one single skill to master. Look at the areas of your life that you've been neglecting while you were coasting. Look at your physical health, your financial literacy, your focus, and your technical abilities. Pick one thing, whether it's learning how to edit videos, understanding how to code, building a strict routine in the gym, or studying an industry that actually has a future. Commit to that one thing with a level of focus that you've never used before. When you spend your hours actively building a skill, the background anxiety about the past slowly starts to fade away. You stop looking backward at the what ifs because you are too busy looking forward at what you are creating in the present. The transition from being a kid on autopilot to becoming an adult who actively controls his direction is incredibly uncomfortable. When you first break away from the ordinary routine, you're gonna feel a massive amount of friction. Your brain is going to beg you to go back to the regular habits, the mindless scrolling, the video games, and the easy comfort of being average. It's gonna tell you that it's too late to catch up, or that you aren't built for hard work. But that friction is the exact sign that you are finally waking up. It's the feeling of your brain adapting to a completely new frequency. Your youth is slipping away every single day, and nobody is coming to save you from mediocrity. No teacher is going to hand you a script for success after graduation. No friend from your past is going to build a career for you, and no luck is going to magically fix your life while you sit on your phone. Your life is entirely your responsibility now. If your story so far is just one boring paragraph, let it be. Accept it, leave it behind, and realize that the next page is completely blank. Turn off the notifications, stop living in your head, and go do the work to write a story worth reading. I'll see you at the top.